when we got there to do the one-armed mechanic, of course, being Mad Max, there was very little technical backup. And there was no one had thought about one-arm prosthetics, special adapted overalls, you know, nothing. So George just said, well, just put your hand behind your back, you know. So I did, but of course it might be okay at the Melbourne Theatre Company, but it's ridiculous. On film, it's a little more difficult. So I said, I tell you what, I'll go for a hair lip and a limp and two arms.
Piece from here and a piece from there.
And he said, it's a deal.
I think one of the great contributions of Hugh Keays-Byrne and the other actors, that they did humanise the bad guys.
The gang is more interesting, more sophisticated and complex than you would normally see in those sort of films.
They weren't one-dimensional bad guys. So I didn't think, oh, there's bad guys, here's a good guy. Otherwise it becomes a cliche sort of melodrama where the good guy only does good and says cool and good things. But Max is not, he does bad things.
He is a person who does the very thing that he should not do. That is, that he's a person, when given a moral choice, he becomes a crazed killer. And the cop kills more people in that film than anybody.
But I think that that kind of thing is in all of us, you know, those stories of, you know, the lone guy against the odds who, you know, tries to make a difference, gets battered along the way, is beaten into submission, but manages to drag himself up and execute, you know, some kind of thing that secretly and vicariously we all want to engage in, and that's when we get pissed off, we want to extract some blood. Revenge, you know.
Max kind of becomes a monster at the end. I mean, he tortures Johnny the boy. Probably deserves it, but he tortures him virtually, psychologically. He handcuffs his ankle and gives him a choice: die or cut your ankle off. And that's not someone who's just wants to kill someone. That's someone who wants to inflict a kind of deep psychological pain on somebody.
I was trying to show that there was reasons for me having behaved the way I had, and that an intelligent, moral and compassionate man would recognise this, which he fails to do, you know.
So Max is not a good guy. And the toe cutter, you know, he loved Johnny the boy, he loved these guys. These were the people with whom he found honour, loyalty. So no, I did not see it as just good and bad.
We didn't really have any problem of seeing ourselves as the heroes of the film.
But that's good, you see, because they had to understand who they were. And I mean, villains in drama, stage, film, theater, whatever, I don't think they should necessarily ever see themselves as villains, because they have to be justified and human. And if they can show something to the audience whereby the audience even identifies and likes them, that's a good thing. And that's the true nature of evil anyway. It's not some guy walking around twirling his mustache going, I am evil. It's about justifying your objectives, and really evil people, they don't go around judging themselves too harshly. You'll find probably that good, virtuous people judge themselves more harshly than, you know, the truly diabolical.
It was quite traumatic, you know, 2 years later to see the film and realise that we were the bad guys.